Hey, welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I'm going to be sharing with you the polishes that I wore in May. Before we get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like seeing these kind of videos on my channel. And if you're not already subscribed, I hope you'll consider it. I upload new videos about nail polish every week. So if this is your first time checking out one of my What I Wore videos, basically I'm sharing with you all the polishes I wore in May just for me, just for fun. No polishes that I swatched. No polishes I had to put on, just ones that I wanted to wear, and sharing them with you. I kind of split the video into 4 parts, so I share pedicure polishes first, polishes that I used for pedicures. Then I share with you the polishes that I kind of liked, that I enjoyed wearing, but maybe didn't love. Then I share with you the polishes that I really didn't love and potential maybe even de-stash polishes. And then last I share with you the manicures that I absolutely loved. So I actually ended up putting on 21 different polishes this month, which still sounds like a crazy number, but that's actually a little less than I usually wear. But I kept on my manicures a little longer this month, pedicures too, so I got around to fewer polishes. I also didn't wear as many toppers, and I swatched some stuff that I actually wanted to wear. So yeah, fewer number, but still a crazy amount for any normal person. I think you'll also see that there was definitely like a specific color group that I gravitated towards this month. I don't really have like distinct choices in polishes for May. I just wear whatever I want to, but I was really feeling the pinks and purples, so ooh, fuzzy. I was really feeling the pinks and purples, so I have a lot of those. So I wore 2 different polishes for pedicures this month. The first one was a rewear. I actually wore it at the beginning of April, took it off, wore some other stuff, and then loved it so much I wanted to put it on again at the beginning of May. It's OPI's Coastal SAND-TUARY. Had trouble saying that. So Coastal SAND-TUARY came out last year in the summer collection for OPI. I was not drawn to it in any way when it released. It's kind of your basic like almost white tan shade. It just doesn't look that appealing in the bottle, but I heard Go Laurie or Laurie from Go Polished and Live with Bib both rave about this shade. I think it was $3 at Sally's and I was like, all right, sure. The formula was beautiful. It was a 2 to 3 coater on me. It's smooth, very easy to work with, and just such a flattering, clean look on the nails. I loved this one. The second pedicure I wore is from KBSHIMMER. It's called Board Shorts. This one I have on right now. I don't know when this released. It was a while back ago because I didn't buy it when it released. I actually got this on Beyond Polish. If you look on Beyond Polish, they sell KBSHIMMER there, and you can actually get them at a pretty good discount. So I picked this one up there. Wow, the formula. KBSHIMMER doesn't come out with that many creams anymore, but every time I use a KBSHIMMER cream, I'm like, yeah, I need to get more of these. It was a 2-coater for a shade this light. Very easy application, absolutely beautiful color. It actually reminds me of another color I'm gonna show you here in a second. Very similar shade, but if you don't have Board Shorts and you can find it, I definitely recommend it. It's beautiful. Now we'll get into manicure, so I'll have some actual swatch photos to share with you, and I'm gonna share polishes that I kind of liked. Didn't like love, but kind of liked. The first one comes from Holo Taco. It is Hot Wire Pink. This was an untried polish for me. I purchased it last year when it released, and it was kind of an impulse buy. I have a lot of pink holographic polishes very similar to this, and I think because of that, it didn't stand out as a polish I loved. The formula was good. I think it was a little bit thick, but it had a good formula, great coverage. Would wear again, just wasn't obsessed with. Another one I really enjoyed but didn't 100% love comes from Wildflower Lacquer. It's called Bloom From Within. This came out in last year's 4th Indiversary collection, and it is a mid-toned purple base with shimmer that shifts green to purple and linear holographic. I wore this on a day where I knew I'd be out in the sun a lot because I wanted to see that holo, and this is a beautiful polish. It's so gorgeous. It's just not my favorite kind of shade on my skin tone. Typically I like something a little bit brighter or a little bit darker or a little bit lighter. This is kind of mid-toned and my skin is kind of mid-toned, so I don't get the beautiful pop that I love to see on my nails, but it was a gorgeous polish. Another one I kind of loved but didn't love was from Stella CHROMA. This was their March 2022 mystery polish. I actually wore this one last week on a kind of rainy spring day, and I thought it'd be the perfect color for a rainy day, but I wish I would have pulled it earlier in the year. Like when it came out in March, this would have been the perfect polish for then. But I think just this time of year in May, I like those polishes that kind of are on the borderline, almost bright enough to be summer shades, but just a little bit more muted and subdued. And this one was pretty dusty and subdued. Not my kind of May polish, but I loved how it looked on me and it had a great formula. Another color family that I wore a lot in May, interestingly, is like a muted nude blushy pink. This one comes from Sinful Colors. It's called Bath Goals. I always want to read the top where it says avoid mouth contact. No, it's called Bath Goals. It's from their Essentials collection that released last year, and this was actually a sweet gift from my sister. It is a really muted, soft, beigey pink with shimmer that looks mostly green but shifts to blue as well. I had a more serious event to go to. I had a funeral to go to, and I wanted something that was pretty and had a little bit of freshness for spring in it, but was not super attention grabbing or loud, and this felt like the perfect shade. It was suitable for that event, and I thought it looked gorgeous on my nails, but it's not in the love category because this color isn't something I usually go for. But if I have to wear something again that's just more subdued, then I thought this was a great choice. I had another event in May. May was a very busy month. Another event in May where I needed to wear something that wasn't too loud or flashy or wild. So I put on Olive Ave Polish Peony. This one actually was sitting in my haul box. I haven't done a nail polish haul in forever. It feels like it has been months. But I just couldn't wait to haul this to wear it. I needed to wear it now. So it is a really beautiful peachy pink blush shade. It's super neutral, very flattering on the nails. The formula was great, and yeah, it just felt very fresh and clean. This one I think would give me a similar vibe to Coastal SAND-TUARY. Even looking at them in the bottle, this just has a little bit more pink in it, but I think this would be a gorgeous pedicure shade for that fresh, clean look on the nails. So I liked this one. Again, it's just not the kind of bright, fun color I go for this time of year, but for what I needed to wear it for, I thought it was great. So Olive Ave Polish Peony. I also wore Static Nails Barely There. This one I think I've worn 3 times this year. It is a sheer tan nude jelly polish, and it's my go-to for I don't know what to wear. I want something that looks clean and fresh, but I don't want to put a lot on. I don't want to have to put a lot of effort into it or wait for it to dry. I just want something on my nails. This is perfect for that. So wore this, enjoyed it. And then the last 3 polishes I have in this category are mid-toned blues. The first one comes from KBSHIMMER. It's called Soul Blue. This is a bright mid-toned blue base with all of these shifty chrome flakies. Red, gold, green, blue. They are beautiful. I was not loving this polish for this time of year. I think it would be more appropriate in like the heat of summer. It was a little bright for when I wore it, but it was a gorgeous polish. Another one I enjoyed but didn't completely love is Painted Polish-MAKIN Waves. This is the one that I was wearing in the past couple videos. I had some questions about what was on my nails in the polish pickup video that I just put out. That was this. It's a really pretty mid-toned blue with tons of gorgeous micro glitters and so many colors, like a rainbow of colors. I love when Painted Polish does these micro glitter polishes. They just look so dainty, and the curly look, they just look squishy. I love it. I love them. This polish this time of year, and I feel like I've just been very picky about this polish goes, you wear then, this polish you wear then. And I know not everybody's like that. I'm just being ridiculous and being myself, but that's a thing for me. So this polish, I feel like I would have liked it at the end of summer, like leading into September. I love these kind of polishes around that time of year because they just remind me of denim jackets and like going back to school. Very specific, I know. But this polish, I think I would have loved it then. I didn't really love it for this time of year, but it was a beautiful polish. It also took 4 coats to get full opacity. I did not love that. I did not love having to do 4 coats, but you could seriously see my nail line very well with 3 coats, I didn't like that. So 4 coats for this one, wore it the wrong time of year, but really pretty. And then the last polish, it feels like a lot. The last polish in this kind of middle category is what I have on my nails right now. It is Polished for Days Fire Rainbow. This one I got in an overstock sale or like a polish pickup HHC mystery bag, something like that. And I'm happy to have it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It does look very different on my nails than it does in the bottle. In the bottle, it looks like a sky blue with all of these shifting iridescent flakes, lots of different sizes. Some are huge and then some are more dainty and delicate. It was very sheer on my nails. I built it up to 3 coats and you can still see a lot of nail line, and that's with a coat of blurring base coat. I wore Polished for Days Polished for Days Snow. Yeah, the white blurring base coat. I wore that under this 3 coats glossy top coat, and you can still see a lot of nail lines. So I did not love that. It is a gorgeous color, but I think next time I would wear it with 2 coats of blurring base coat, and that would make it maybe go from that like to that love category. All right, next on to polishes that I did not really love wearing. And I always feel kind of sad about this category because I don't want to have any polishes in this category, but sometimes you just wear stuff and it's not for you, and that is okay. The first one comes from Rogue Lacquer. It is Rose Gold Sprinkles. I'm so sad I didn't like this. I loved it on other people, but I put it on my nails and the base color looked kind of dingy and dirty. I didn't think it looked very good on my skin tone. The pink, the rose gold flakes and the gold flakes in here are beautiful. I really love this one. I might not part with it yet. I'm tempted to give it another chance because I just, in theory, in my heart, I love it so much. But on my nails, I just kept looking at them and I was like, I don't like how this looks. So, yeah. And then the other one I was not super crazy about came from Cuticula. It is called No One Fights Alone, and this came out in the breast cancer awareness box last year. This, in theory, again, gorgeous polish. Both of these are so beautiful. Like the base color, the different components, the flakies are everything in my head I would like, but just on me, it just didn't translate to what I imagined in my head. I think where this has kind of a mid-toned pinky base, it just didn't give me that brightness and pop that I was hoping for. The flakes are gorgeous. The polish itself is beautiful. Just did not love it on me. Right, and then I had 8 polishes that I was so excited about. Let's look at those. The first one comes from Zoya. It is Delia. This is a bright mid-toned purple cream. Oh my gosh, this color was beautiful. I almost wore it as a pedicure, decided to put it on as a manicure instead, and kept it on for several days. It gave me such a fresh, like, breath of fresh air kind of feel on my nails. I absolutely love this. I've been loving a lot of Zoya creams lately. Another one I really enjoyed and I got a lot of compliments on is OPI's Kiss Me, I'm Brazilian. This one I got in a mystery bag, D-Stash on Facebook, and it is a corally bright bubblegummy pink. It is not a color that I would have picked for myself, but oh my gosh, on my nails I was like, wow, this is stunning. Like, it just looks so fresh, so clean. I was really loving this. I've been loving creams lately. I don't know if that's gonna continue or if I'm gonna get over that anytime soon, but this was definitely one that kept that love for creams going. Speaking of creams, I finally wore Orly's Kaleidoscope Eyes. Okay, I was ready to not be that impressed with this polish because I feel like I just heard so many people just gush about it, and I was like, whenever I hear people gush about stuff, I'm like, whatever, I don't want to like it. I try to be difficult. I don't want to like it. Everybody else likes it. No. There's a good reason why everyone likes this. It is amazing, and I haven't seen it not look amazing on anyone. I thought it looked beautiful on me. Oh my word, it was fabulous. The formula was great, the opacity was beautiful, and it was just so bright and happy and fun. So I would say that Orly Kaleidoscope Eyes is like KBSHIMMER board shorts and Zoya Delia. If they had a baby, it would be Orly Kaleidoscope Eyes. It's got just a little bit more purple than board shorts and a good amount more pink than Delia. But yeah, I was feeling this kind of color palette this month. I don't know what was up with that. Another light pink I wore this month that I actually really loved was Polish's The Bell Witch. This one has just a drop of pink and like that white base and tons of those gold flakies. I've heard, again, people just rave about this polish. It's for a reason. It's beautiful. It was fully opaque and 3 coats. I might have been able to get away with 2 with better application, and it just was so delicate and professional and refreshing. I feel like I could wear it any time of year too. The next 2 polishes I loved come from Polished for Days. I was really loving Polished for Days this month. The first one is called Low Tide. It came in the March for the Love of Polish box. It had like a beach theme, and it is like a cornflower blue with shifty iridescent flakes. I wore this for days, polished for days. I wore it for days. I didn't want to take it off. It was such a flattering shade of blue. It had so much brightness, just felt like, yeah, fresh spring day. If that makes any sense at all. And it was just perfect. Another one I feel like is great for spring or summer. Just beautiful. And then the other Polished for Days I wore, I'm gonna butcher the name of. It's called SPEIO, something. It's called something, and it's got like a corally pink base with shifty iridescent flakes. You know, it's actually not that far off from Low Tide in like finish, which Polished for Days makes lots of flaky polishes, so I guess that's not a surprise. But it has like a jelly base, and that allows the flakes to really shift on the nail. This color was super flattering. It actually is pretty close to Kiss Me, I'm Brazilian, and I think I wore this one like right after this one, and I was like, really, do I want to put on 2 colors that are so close together? But I'm so glad I did, because it's a great color on me, and I loved it. 2 more, one I just recently wore. It's Femme Fatale's Funfetti Frosting. This one I bypassed last year when it came out in Hella Handmade Creations in September, thinking I didn't need it because it has 2 things I don't love. It's a thermal. Thermals are fine, but I don't love thermals. And it has bar glitter. Bar glitter is not fine with me. I do not like bar glitter. I think it looks like leg hair. But I didn't get it in September, and I regretted it, and I found it in a D stash, and I was like, yeah, we are getting it. We are getting it. So I bought it last year, forgetting it was a thermal when I wore it, and I like put it on, and it immediately went to its warm state because it's like summertime. It's like 90 degrees here. I put it on my nails and immediately went to its warm state, and I was like, what is wrong with this polish? Why is it getting so light? Because in the warm state, it's like a light pink. In the cold state, it's what you see in the bottle. It's like a more lavender, well, lavender. It's like more of an orchidy shade when it's cold. So I was super surprised when it started changing colors on my nails, and then later when I cooled off and it went back to the color in the bottle, I was like, oh, this is a thermal, because there's nothing on the bottle to indicate it's a thermal. And that made me like it even more, and I thought it looked beautiful in both states, so when it stops transitioning, I will still love it because it looks like frosting. And then the last polish that I wore this month, I am completely head over heels for. It is Emily Damali 20 Questions. Oh my gosh. Wow. This one changed my life. It's so beautiful. And I just got it on a whim. There was another polish that I wanted on the Emily Damali site. I didn't want to just get the one, so I got this one too, and I am so glad I got it. I think it came out a long time ago, like 2019, and I just didn't have it. But it has like a turquoisey aqua blue base, just reminds me of water, and then like multi-chrome shimmer that shifts green to gold to copper, and holographic flakes. Oh my gosh, when I wore this, I literally just could not stop staring at my nails. I was so impressed and in love with just the color in general, the shift in the shimmer. I found it to be completely gorgeous, so much so that I might wear it again later this summer. That says a lot. So those are all the polishes that I wore this month in May. Let me know down in the comments if you're thinking of reaching for any of these now that you've been reminded how beautiful they are. I had a lot of fun wearing some of these kind of transitional shades moving from spring into summer, but I'm really excited for it to be actually hot now. I'm going to the beach soon. I'll probably already have been to the beach by the time you're watching this, and I'm excited for lots of really bright shades in, I almost said in May, in June. I'm excited for brightness in June. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!